Hello everybody, welcome back to my channel, and this video is on differentiation. So here we have our first problem, and it says differentiate x squared minus 2x. Now the first thing we're going to do is split our equation into different parts. So if we split it here, we've got x squared and we've got minus 2x. So to start with, we're going to take our x squared. And now this is saying 1 times by x squared. Now in differentiation, what we're going to do to start with is take the 1 in front, so 1, and times it by the power. So in this case 1 times by 2, which is going to give us 2. So we write that underneath 2. And the next thing we're going to do is take 1 from the power. So here the power is 2, so if we do 2 take away 1, it's going to leave us with 1. So if we write that down here, it's going to leave us with x to the power of 1, which is just equal to 2x. So if we do exactly the same to the second half of the equation, and we've got minus 2x. Now here it's saying we've got minus 2x to the power of 1, because there's only one of them. So if we do just like we did up here, take the number in front of our x, minus 2, and times it by the power, times by 1, that's going to give us minus 2. So if we write that below here, and then if we take 1 away from the power, so we're going to do 1 take away 1, that's going to leave us with 0. So that's going to be minus 2x to the power of 0. But x to the power of 0, or anything to the power of 0, is just equal to 1. So minus 2 times by 1 is just going to leave us with minus 2. So the answer to this half of it is minus 2. Now if we put that all back together, we're going to get dy over dx is equal to 2x from up here minus 2. So here we have our second problem, and it says differentiate x cubed minus x add 4. Now just like before, we're going to split our equation up into the different parts. So we're going to split it here, so we have x cubed, and split it here, so we have minus x plus 4. So if we take the first part, x cubed, this is saying 1 times by x to the power of 3. Now just like before, if we take the number in front and the power, times them, 1 times by 3, that's going to give us 3. So write 3 down here. And if we take 1 from the power, so 3 take away 1, that's going to give us 2. So it's going to give us 3x squared. Now if we take the second part of our equation, minus x, this is saying we've got minus x, which is also minus 1 times by x to the power of 1, because there's only one of them. So if we take the number in front and take the coefficient, or take the power, sorry, we're going to do minus 1 times by 1, which is just going to give us minus 1. So if we write that below, minus 1. And then if we take 1 from the power, 1 take away 1, that's going to give us 0. Just like before, x to the power of 0 is 1. So minus 1 times by 1 is still going to give us minus 1. So that's it for the second part of our equation. Now if we take the last part, plus 4. And that's saying we've got plus 4x to the power of 0, because just like we said before, x to the power of 0 is 1. So we've got 4 times by 1, which is going to give us 4. So if we take the number in front and take the power and do 4 times by 0, that's just going to give us 0. So we've just got nothing on the end. So we just lose this end bit here. But if we put the other bits of our equation together, dy by dx is equal to 3x squared minus 1. Okay, so here we have our third problem. We're going to do exactly the same as we have done in the two previous ones and split it. So we're going to split it here to give us 2x squared, and here to give us plus 3x and minus 5x. So if we take our first part, 2x squared, take the number in front and the power and times them, 2 times by 2, it's going to give us 4. So if we write that below, we're going to have 4. And then if we take the power, which is 2, and take away 1, we're just going to be left with 1. So we're just going to have 4x. Now if we take this second bit, 3x, that's basically saying 3x to the power of 1. If we take the number and the power, 3 times by 1, we're going to be left with 3. So write that underneath, and 1 take away 1 is going to leave us with 0. And as we said, x to the power of 0 is 1, 3 times by 1 is just 3. So we leave it as it is. Now if we take our last one, minus 5, that's basically saying we've got minus 5x to the power of 0. Because it's just 1 times by minus 5, because there's no x. So if we take our coefficient, which is 0, and times it by, take our power, which is 0, times it by our number, which is 5, minus 5 times by 0 is going to give us 0. So we just ignore that on the end again. So that means dy by dx is equal to 4x plus 3. Okay, so here we have our fourth problem, and it says differentiate 3x cubed minus 2x squared, add 5x minus 1. Now we're going to do exactly the same and split it. So we're going to split it here to give us 3x cubed, down here to give us minus 2x squared, and here to give us plus 5x, and then minus 1. So if we take the first bit of 3x cubed, take our number in front and our power, 3 times by 3, we're going to be left with 9. And then take 1 away from our power, 3 take away 1, we're going to have 2. So it's going to leave us 9x squared. Now if we take our second bit, minus 2x squared, take the number in front and the power, minus 2 times by 2, we're going to be left with minus 4. So if we write that down here, take 1 away from the power, 2 take away 1, we're going to be left with 1. So we're just going to have minus 4x. Take our third bit, plus 5x. So that means we've got x to the power of 1 because there's just one of them. So if we take our number in front and our power, 5 times by 1, we're going to have 5. And then if we take 1 away from our power, 1 take away 1, we're going to be left with 0. So that's going to cancel to just 5, as we've said in the previous ones. So we're going to have plus 5. Take our last bit, which is minus 1. X to the 0, as we've said before. Take our number and take our power. Minus 1 times by 0 is going to give us 0. So that just cancels. Which means dy by dx is equal to 9x squared minus 4x plus 5. Okay, so here we have our fifth problem, and it says differentiate 4x to the power of 4 minus 3x, add 2. Now if we split it again, we're going to split it down here, so we have 4x to the power of 4, and here so we have minus 3x plus 2. If we take our first bit, 4x to the power of 4, take our number in front and our power, 4 times by 4 is going to give us 16. Put that down here, and then if we take our power and minus 1, 4 take away 1, it's going to give us 3. So we're going to have 16x cubed. Now if we take the next bit, minus 3x to the power of 1, because there's no power there, so that's going to be to the power of 1. So if we take the number in front, which is minus 3, and the power, minus 3 times by 1, is going to give us minus 3. Write that below, and then take 1 away from the power, so 1 minus 1 is going to give us 0. As we said before, x to the power of 0 is going to give us 1, so we just leave minus 3 as it is. Take our last bit, which is plus 2, x to the 0, as we've said before, if there's no x after it, it's just x to the 0. So if we take our number in front, which is 2, and our 0, 2 times by 0 is going to give us 0. So we just forget about this bit on the end. So altogether, dy by dx is going to be 16x cubed minus 3. Thank you so much for watching this video. Please be sure to like and subscribe and comment down below any future video ideas I can make to help you guys out. Also be sure to check out my social medias, which are all in the description box below.